Welcome to another episode of the Logistics Clinic. And I believe for those who have been following, you have actually learned a lot from this Logistics Clinic. So today I'll be looking at another direction, but more related to business. So I'll be looking at something very important, especially for small business owner, especially for those who are just starting out in the world of logistics. So I'll be looking at 5 mistakes that you must not make as a small business owner. 5 mistakes. In this line of business, I've come to realize that any error or mistakes made often tend to lead to financial loss. And that is why you need to be very careful in following these 5 mistakes I will listen out to you, which will actually help you to not only run your business well, but at the same time will help you to actually scale your business to ensure growth. So what are your 5 mistakes if you're just starting out as a small business owner? Number one, you have to understand the difference between volumetric weight and physical weight. Yeah, there's a difference between volumetric weight and physical weight. The volumetric weight captures the length, the breadth, and the width of the item after the items have been packaged. While the physical weight looks at the weight of the shipment on a scale, the dead weight, where the item is not moving. So that is actually the physical weight. But most often time, you get it, the volumetric weight might be higher than the physical weight, and the physical weight might be higher than the volumetric weight. But most people that are just starting out in business, even customers as well, they don't know the existence of volumetric weight. They are all particular about the physical weight. I get it. And if you're just starting out, if you are new to it, if you don't know about volumetric weight, you might end up basing the chargeable weight of an item, issuing rate to customer based on only the physical weight and not factoring the volumetric weight, which might actually lead to a financial loss, because at the end of the day, in courier shipping, once the volumetric weight of the item is actually captured and it is higher than the physical weight, it will be charged based on the volumetric weight, which will lead to a financial loss because you have already charged your customer based on the physical weight. Are you getting it? Let's say, for example, the physical weight of that item is 1 kg and the volumetric weight is, let's say, 3 kg. Chargeable weight of that item is 3 kg. It is the highest of the two that is chargeable to the customer. So you need to note that. Number two, you need to understand these three things: prohibited, restricted items, and items that are very good to go. I get it. Some items are outright prohibition. You don't even need to take them. Example is money. Anything like means of legal tender, you don't take it. They're just outright prohibition. So we won't be drawing much into that. Some are restricted in the sense that they can still go, but you might need some document to back it up for the item to actually be lifted. So those are the restricted items. Then the items that are very good to go, some items are just, they are good to go. For example, what I'm putting on Kara, if I want to send this to any part of the world, it is actually good to go. So you need to understand. So you understanding this will give you, will place you in a better in a better way to be able to advise your customer on what to do and what not to do. Just imagine an item, a customer bringing in a prohibited item, and you don't understand that that item is prohibited, and you ship the item. The item got stuck. Either the item get held down by the regulatory agency that is in charge, and it is seized. Now you now start looking for a way to find a resolution or a solution between you and your what and your customer, which may actually lead to some financial um, compensation or the likes. So the third one is you need to understand export documentation. Yeah, there's some items that when you ship them out of the country, some documents must back them, must actually provide some document to back them. Food items must provide some document to back it up. If you are sending in some museum items, some artifacts, there's some document that you must back with those items before you actually leave them or send them to wherever they are going. If those documents does not accompany them, it's going to have a custom complication at the destination country, and it will be very, very difficult for the item to be cleared and very difficult for the item to be delivered. So you need to understand that. Number four, you need to understand customs regulations and procedure at the destination country. Whatever country you are shipping to, you need to understand what is required at the destination country by the customs there to have that item delivered. Number five, which is the last one, then you need to have a grounded knowledge in this business. And as well, you need to learn collaboration and leverage. Learn collaboration and leverage. You can't control everything. The business is so deep, the depth of it is so wide, the scope of it, that you cannot control everything. So you need to learn collaboration, learn leverage, and have a grounded knowledge in the business. When you have grounded knowledge in the business, you are better fit. You are better fit. You will be placed in a better position to advise your customer on what they need to do. So that is all for today concerning the logistics clinic. Thank you for listening and for watching. See you next time.